Ah, fortress. Built to defend against land assaults. Now modified to defend against air assaults. He does kind of look like a dog when he's sat like that. Does look like a little head? Oh, man. And, yeah, that's Terry. We don't talk about Terry. G'day, mates, and welcome to a little bit of a tutorial slash showcase for the ArmA 3 SAM sites. The new update, I believe the name was Encore. I'll do another little, what's called showcase for the frigate as well. But now, I just want to show off the Datalink slash SAM and radar systems. These are the MIM 145 Defenders. They come paired with an AIM 105 radar. However, it's not deployed right now, so we're just chilling here, having a good time. Holy shit, here they come! Unfortunately, oh my god. Also, unfortunately, the cast seem to just wiggle their way into our... oh my god! Holy shit! Pretty sure this is a war crime. Oh, he's already dead. I'll just make sure of that. Anyway, so what just happened there is we got absolutely torn up, save for that one guy that suplexed a fucking SAM site. He's not feeling so good. Oh, Jesus. I was trying to check on your friend, god damn it. So that was test number 1. That's just a bunch of SAM sites sitting there doing bugger all, and then we had a whole bunch of planes coming in, as you can see here. We've got, I don't know, probably like 10 planes, what's that? Yeah, near on. Now 10 planes are a pretty big threat no matter what way you look at it. I've got them all the way on the other end of the island, and then up here at Orio Castro we have the SAM site base. I'm there as a little UAV operator because that's how you generally interact with SAM sites. Now down here, which wasn't activated in the first run round, we have a little radar system. We're going to spin you around facing the right way. And just make sure I didn't fuck with the planes. Beautiful. And this little thing works sort of like a SAM site in the fact that it's going to lock on and track the enemies, except we're going to use the Datalink system. So we're going to put it on active, so at all times it will be active and emitting. We can have it off, which means it'll always be radar silent. The reason why you might want to maintain radar silence is that there are HARM missiles, anti-radiation missiles. Essentially, an enemy can shoot a missile and it will automatically track anyone with an active radar, which means your SAM site will get blown up. You can also, of course, see people with active radars on your own radar if you have a passive radar. I used the word radar far too many times there. Anyway, and the other setting is default, which is where they will only use the radar when in aware or combat behavior. That's usually best for someone who isn't meant to be a defensive SAM site, so we're going to put this on active. Datalink position means that anyone else with a data link, so anyone pretty much with sensors, which is a plane, a SAM site, so on and so forth, occasionally vehicles as well. Anyone with sensors will be able to see where this, what's called radar site is on the map, on the sensors. Now we're going to skip it up and go Datalink send. Datalink send means that anyone that this this radar site sees, or SAM site or plane, will be sent out on the Datalink. Datalink receive means that you will receive those targets that have been sent out. So essentially, a SAM site wants to receive, a radar site wants to send. However, there is no penalty for a radar site receiving or a SAM site sending. One's just better at the job than the other one. So here's my lovely Terry. Holy shit, I'm amazed that you survive every time. So this time around, the only thing that's different is that we've got the radar system in the airfield. In fact, we had one before, but now we've just told it to turn its radar on. What we should see is all these boys wake up pretty soon. And there they go. Really? And there they go. So the SAMs are all launching off. As you can see, there are no planes within visual range, and even the SAM site's range, there are no planes. But missile after missile gets sent off into the deep blue sky. So this time around, let's do this manually and look at this from the SAM site itself. To start with, you're always going to want your sensors up, which is again just the bracket key, left or right. Now here we go. We've just started to see the white dots appear on the radar system sites. Now we've locked and we launch. As you can see, the green dot in the distance is tracking the planes for us. They are completely outside of the range of our sensors and outside of visual range. So we keep launching that. If the radar system were to go down, we would lose the tracking on these targets. But since we've got this, there we go, lock again. We can fire missile after missile and take out the enemy planes. Of course, yep, there we go. In a moment, the AI will start doing much the same. Remember that these are automated systems for shooting at enemy planes. Oh look, Terry's still alive. You go, wait. How the fuck is Terry meant to aim at things? Is that a plane in the sky? No, it's a bird. Terry, there you go. Kill it! You did it, Terry. Good job. Now, if we go back to the radar site, we can turn on our radar with Ctrl+R, same as whenever you're in a vehicle or plane or such. as you can see around here, we have burning wrecks all around the place. These didn't even get halfway across the map. They got to about here before our SAM sites over here started targeting them. A SAM site in the center of the map effectively covers the entire map in this game. However, they still need radars. The range of the missile is that long, but the SAM sites themselves don't come with radars. Now, I promised a tutorial, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. To start with, here is your little bit of proof that the defender cannot pick up a target on its own. As you can see here, currently looking straight at this. Nah. And, oh, that was close. Jesus. So there you go. I can't lock onto that target at all. Doesn't matter what I do. The SAM site, this defender, doesn't have its own radar system. Instead, I would need to jump into this thing, which actually I don't believe I can. Yeah, because it's unmanned currently. Well, I could hack a UAV. There we go. Alright, now that this has been hacked, I'm going to take the turret controls. And with this radar, I turn on. Suddenly, there's your lock. If we wait for a moment... Oh, come on, darling. You've got the lock. There we go. SAM site away, and I have no idea if the missile's hit because it's that far away. No, he's firing another one. Probably not. Please don't fire a third. You've only got one. Oh, for fuck's sake. Is it? Oh. Let me go stand over here. Right, well, excellent AI piloting aside, that is how a SAM site normally works. Simply placing down a radar, or honestly, any other detecting system. The defender doesn't actually need to use a specific radar, it just needs to use a Datalink system. So if a plane spots another target, the defender could also launch a missile. So all you need to do in the editor is simply place the defender, which is under turrets. Of course, there is the similar CSAT equivalent, and a radar or equivalent detector there. Now, you can also man these things manually. As you can see, they're all autonomous. You can actually put people in them, which is something I sort of found a little bit weird, but you can do it simply by spawning one. So this, for example, a defender, placing a vehicle without the crew, and then dragging a crew member onto it in the editor. So let's just play as a character inside of the radar to show what that sort of looks like. Yep, cool. Same as before, except now I'm actually in the radar and I can actually get out of it. And you break your legs, it turns out. I think the seat to get in is somewhere up there, but it's kind of hard to actually reach. I presume if you had like some sort of stepladder, you could actually get into the top and board it. I know some of the other ones you can get into, but look around here. I presume it's the same thing. I presume I need to be on top of it to actually get into it. It's very awkward to get into these things, but you can do it just in case you want to. Most of the time, however, they are unmanned. They're not meant to have people in them, but you can put people in them if you really wanted. So let's do this all manually. Now, the first thing you'll need is a UAV terminal. That is what the UAV operators use to control UAVs and any other sort of vehicle. In this case, these things, ship cannons and all sorts, are controlled by UAV terminals. So, here we go. We're going to first select both of them and turn off autonomous so they don't do it on their own. They are very capable. Let's do it ourselves. So, here we go, the enemy plane. We have it spotted, but what we want to do is press Ctrl+R. That brings up our radar. We now have it locked. As you can see, radar is on the right. We could also do this on the left, same as before, simply press the bracket key. So Ctrl+R has been pressed. We can press R to like flick through our targets. If we had, say, 3, pressing R 3 times would switch us through all 3. Pressing T targets the one we're pointing at. So T, we can press over here, T, nothing happens. So, locked onto that. Now, I think it is actually heading for us. So what we're going to do is quickly switch back to the defender. The defender can't see anyone. Oh, but look over there. Press R, and it locks onto the next one. We could press T as well, but obviously we don't know what we're actually aiming for. That's just, I know that's there, so pressing T obviously locks on. You would want to press R. There we go. Pressing Ctrl+R as this would do nothing. Ah, now we are completely out of range here. We're out of range and out of radar sight. There is no way for us to hit this target. It may be because our radar is still operational. Ah, here we go. So the SAM site has lost it. What we're going to have to do is turn around because the plane has flown behind it. And there we go, there the plane is again, because the SAM site is, of course, directional. You can hit it from behind. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Don't do that, by the way. What we're going to do now is we're going to press R. We lock onto this site. That means we have a lock, and we left-click. And there she goes. That missile shoots off in a weird direction. We're going to fire a few more. We're going to fire another one. There we go. Did you just hit the... It's not foolproof, I'll give you that. Let's just point up and launch, because we can. And now you notice we don't have a lock anymore, despite the fact we should have one. That'll be because, of course, we have no ammo, or we can't lock. Basically, if you can't get a lock, if there's no tick, 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 something is wrong, and you are unable to get a lock. If we switch back over to here, turn our radar back on, try and find where that plane got to. I think she may be a burning hulk in the water. I just heard something go boom. Brilliant! Nothing picked up on radar. Spin around one more time. And there we go. We've just used the SAM sight and the radar sight to bring down an enemy plane. An enemy plane, not an enemy. So it's as simple as that. We can use a radar sight, which is separate to our SAM sight, which also has the important feature of if a harm missile comes in or an enemy locates the position using the radar signal, the radiation, so what we'd call a passive radar picking up someone else using a radar, if the enemy picks that up and finds our radar sight, they won't find our SAM sight. So you could use this in missions or in your campaign or whatever you want to do. This is a very fun little tool to play with. This is a very fun way to take down jets from far away. It's very cool, and I'm glad we finally have more advanced ground anti-air systems to deal with. Okay, I think I'm going to leave you here for now, because that is pretty much covering everything about this. The main reason I made this because I couldn't figure out how to use the damn things, so I figured I'd do it myself.